We're going to take a look at Lose Control, go behind the scenes, talk about some of the elements of the song and how it came together.
Never thought I'd run into another night of having fun.
So let's listen to all the stems and how everything comes together. The song started with block piano chords. But I'm going to go track by track with all the buses here. Okay, we got the beat. Let's go into the chords. So in the verses and the pre-choruses, I'll often keep the chord stabs simple chord progressions, just building tension, and then it starts to build and get more syncopated. So in the drops, because there's not enough movement with just the block piano chords alone. So we've got some varying attacks, different contrast happening between the sounds on there. Let's hear the bass, keeping the bass simple in those early parts. Using Zebra, Hans Zimmer edition. Also, to add rhythmic interest, melodic interest, I'm doing a lot of live guitar. Not tons, but just a couple layers. And those are just power chords that are being arpeggiated, so real simple, just fifths. Oh, there's also this one. So whenever I do live instruments, I'm trying to play as simply and cleanly as possible. There's so many little nuances that are picked up when you're recording guitars, piano, just the movement of your fingers, the squeak of the fretboard. So if I can do it cleanly and then I'm processing it in Melodyne, I don't want Melodyne to do too much of the heavy lifting because you start to lose quality, the transients get affected, the sound quality overall. So I want to play it as tightly and as cleanly as possible, and then do my timing and pitch correction in Melodyne. So I end up actually using Melodyne for the instruments more than the vocals. I'll use Autotune for the vocals, Melodyne for the instruments. So I've got some nice plate reverbs, the EMT 140 from Universal Audio. And there's no drop lead yet. The drop lead comes in here, more syncopated. Starts to get teased in the build up to the drop. So this is a really well-recorded, well-tracked, well-mixed and engineered vocal stem that someone else did. So it's nice when I don't have to juggle 30, 40 different vocal tracks. Some songs are like that where I still have some of the mumble tracks from the songwriting process. I've got all the doubles, blah, blah, blah. So I like to just have a couple, just the leads, doubles, harmonies, maybe all the vocals together like this. This is nice. This is just a cappella and one stereo track. So that's handy.
We can do this all night. We'll find it. like moonlight. Just know that we will fade away.
So that's handy because the more tracks you have, the more complicated it gets, and then you can end up actually throwing out good takes. So vocal comping is so key. So if you find someone that does good vocal comping, definitely hire them, keep them on board. Okay, so what I love to do in different sections of the track is solo different combinations of the song and different combinations of the instruments. So this part is nice because it's breaking it down to the vocal, some filtered chords, and the bass.
Like moonlight, just know that we will fade away. Sunrise, we'll find it. It's alright. Maybe we should lose control.
So throughout these builds, I'm trying to create more tension. I'm trying to take elements out, and then so when that drop comes back in, it has more impact. So just trying to take things away. And ultimately with the song, you know a song is done when nothing can be removed from the song. Nothing else can be removed. So that's key. And I always have that in the back of my head as I'm making music. All right, so if you look at overall the session, there is organization, there is structure here. This is a dance pop record. There's got to be structure and there's got to be payoff. So I'll use the markers to create that interest and create that regularity. So I have these 8-bar chunks, but they'll also be 4-bar chunks if it's an intro. If it was a slower tempo song, I would have probably 4-bar chunks instead of 8 bars. But we're at 126. These are just my signposts. These are my mile markers, so I know where I'm at and I can audition things. So really cool, really basic feature is I can play something and then skip a section if I needed to. If I wanted to get great to the chorus, I can jump around and audition the arrangement, different combinations of sections, different sequences of the sections on there.
Never thought I'd run into another night of having fun.
So let's take a look at some of the synths that are used. Omnisphere I'm using for some of these great detuned sounds.
Never thought I'd run.
Let's take a quick look at that. That sound is just amazing. I think it's an Oberheim 8. So you can hear that with the chordal drone that was in one of the original parts. Just for a little tension in there. And then we got the block piano chords. The other chords, what do we have? We have Omnisphere. There's the Wurlitzer. Must be a special Wurlitzer that looks like a piano. Okay, we got the drop chords. I think we got Nexus in here somewhere. Well, we got Omnisphere again. Another Wurlitzer. Sometimes I'll just stack the different octaves. That's one technique, and then pan them. Oh, here's Nexus. Just for that kind of canned piano sound. So every song I'm trying to layer organic elements and synthetic elements. So there's organic Wurlitzers and pianos and real instruments, layered with synthetic versions of those instruments, layered with totally synthetic synth sounds. And that's why I think guitar really adds a lot to it, all that flavor. So if there's space for guitar, I love that juxtaposition. all together.
Sunrise, we'll find it like moonlight. Just know that we will fade away at sunrise. We'll find it, it's alright. Maybe we should lose control.
I just love that detuned pad with the slow attack bass. With the little piano. Just that interplay of sounds is amazing.
Sunrise, we'll find it like moonlight. Just know that we will fade away at sunrise.
Okay, looking at the structure of the song, we've got that clear arrangement, and I've got those MIDI placeholder bars, 8-bar chunks, which is helpful. And it really helps me just to figure out where I'm at in the song so I don't get lost with the arrangement. So I definitely recommend using that technique. All the buses are color-coded. I've got shaper box side chains on all of them. I'll try to find the shape of the kick and then invert that for the other buses, and just to make sure that they're all reacting to the shape of the kick, so they're jumping back up. Because if it's a longer kick, you have to adjust versus a shorter kick. All right, so shaper box, I'm typically doing less sidechain at the highs and much more of the mids and lows. And yeah, there's that. There also processing-wise, there's some Pro MB, some multi-band compression going on, some widening from Ozone. Standard clip to just take out some of these spurious peaks. And what else do we have? Processing wise, yeah, more clip removal, more side chains. And on the master, the last thing we're gonna look at, I've got things trimmed down to about -8. A little bit of compression, a little bit of compression on there, a little bit of widening, some more EQ from this massive passive, which is just amazing. I have this on every master. And then a multi-band maximizer, doing 3 bands on here from UAD and a limiter, and then typically one more layer of limiting with invisible limiter. All right, that's my new song, Lose Control. It's out now. Any questions, let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.